Deny yourself. Pick up the cross. The first thing you got to do. We talked about that last week.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you got to do. Amen.
People don't want to deny themselves. And the scripture gives those descriptions of those that say, first let me go and say goodbye to my friends. Let me go do this, let me do this. You know, and you ain't ready.
Amen. No, because they messed up. The thing was first. God has to be first. Right? Okay, so. Alright. So we gotta tighten up. We gotta tighten up some loose ends. Right? This is what Paul mentioned, the gospel of truth first. Right? So the truth hurts. Amen. Yeah. But we don't have to hide or put on a religious front. Right? We no longer hold on to religious insecurities. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is what? Liberty. Gird up your loins. The belt of truth.
Can I speak?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Please, the truth.
Oftentimes, me included, when we come to give our lives to Christ, it ain't to serve Him. It's to escape hell. It's to get situations in our lives fixed. It's to get a job, a husband, a wife, or whatever it is we're looking for. Our main objective, even though God uses whatever situations we face to draw us to Him, our main motive is not to be made into the image of Christ. It's not to serve Him or to stand on the street corner and preach. It's not to go into the jail cells and preach the word. It's to get our situations resolved. Our issues is to escape hell. When I gave my life to Christ, I didn't know God had called me in the ministry. I just didn't want to die and go to hell. But I learned through reading the word, and He began to cleanse me and purge me and began to show Himself to me, is when I really began to long for a relationship with Him. And then I began to want to look like Him and talk like Him and have Him in my life. But my main thing, if the truth be told, was not to be in church on Sunday, Wednesday night, Thursday night either. My motive was not to have to die and go to hell. Now that's just me.
Amen.
Okay? I don't know about anybody else. But I think a lot of Christians come to the altar and have issues, and God meets them at the altar. Their issue is resolved, and that's why we see so many back out doing what they were doing before, because their motive or reasoning for coming to Christ wasn't to be in relationship with Him.
All that comes from that. We have the we have the ministry of what? Reconciliation. And we don't tell people a lot of things. We need to be telling them. Like you said, we don't tell them the whole story. They need to know. They need to know. And the more they come out, the more that we teach them the word of God. And it has a lot to do with self too. You got to want this thing for yourself too. And it comes from going around the mulberry bush 1,000 times sometimes, you know. But to come to say finally be strong in the Lord. After you've been out there realize you've been getting whooped and going through all this stuff, and you've been trying to handle stuff every kind of way you can without allowing God to be God in the situation. Amen. But thank God that we have a sound mind. We're really right, man. Everybody don't have it, right? But that don't make, we have responsibility to them. Amen. We have responsibility to our brother. Prodigal son talking about the two brothers, and you look at the two brothers, it's something about both of them. And the oldest one, he was in the house the whole time. And he got mad at his younger brother because he went out and did what he wanted to do. And every time he come back, the father would receive him. I mean, no, God will receive us every time we come to him. He will in no wise cast us out. And we as church folk, the older brother that's been in the house, supposed to know the heart of God. Don't treat the younger brother right. We have responsibility. And when the father want to party, every time a soul comes to Christ, the angels rejoice. They have a party. And we ought to rejoice with them. But no, we don't want to rejoice because we got issues of our own. Yeah. We wrestle because what's within us. Amen. We want to, Peter Floyd,